The World Cup began with a spectacular opening ceremony in the Persian Gulf nation of Qatar over the weekend. Team USA kicks off its first appearance in the tournament since 2014 later today. I think the game starts at 2, or the match starts at 2. But another American who qualified for the competition is also grabbing headlines, and she is making history. Nikki Battiste is here now with her story. Nikki, good morning. Can't wait to meet her.
She's amazing. Good morning, everyone. She's one of the first Americans selected for the World Cup who actually wears a different uniform. Katy Nesbitt is the first American woman to officiate at a men's World Cup. It's a role she has spent a lifetime preparing for in some unexpected ways. This is your office.
Yeah, this is it. Welcome.
Sprinting alongside men in Major League Soccer is a woman just as fast. Referee Katy Nesbitt.
How many miles do you run during a game?
Like 3 to 4 miles.
And there are no subs for you guys.
That's right.
Watch my colleague Kenton racing to keep up with the league's 2020 Assistant Referee of the Year.
Assistant referees used to be called linesmen, as in man.
Sure, yeah.
And in that smile, you can see Nesbitt as one of the women changing the game. The assistant referee, who keeps an eye out for offsides, made it all the way to the World Cup.
When did you find out?
Just on Twitter.
When you saw your name there, what was your reaction?
Honestly, this felt like something impossible that could never happen. So it was the most unreal feeling.
Each game, every official is evaluated, and Nesbitt got picked as one of just 6 women who, for the first time, are joining more than 100 male officials at the World Cup.
Such an honor that I get to do this and to represent female referees in this way and to represent my country in this way.
The 34-year-old who already reffed at the 2019 Women's World Cup and Men's League Championships here in the U.S. spent decades preparing for the world stage.
I got involved just by helping out at my brother's soccer games and eventually kind of made it into something I could make money doing. So,
when you were 14 and refereeing, did you ever think for a minute this could ever become a career?
Not at all. Everybody asks why I stuck with it, and I'm still not really sure sometimes.
Nesbitt stuck with it even while competing as a figure skater and then trying a different experiment.
I started liking chemistry when I was in high school, and my high school teacher blew something up, and I was like, well, this could work for me. So,
Nesbitt earned a PhD studying the brain chemistry of traumatically injured patients and became a chemistry professor at Maryland's Towson University.
I had 2 computers set up in my office, one so I could analyze my data, and the other one so I could have every single World Cup game on.
It's Katy Nesbitt, the chemist, and Katy Nesbitt, the referee.
Yeah.
Most people are going to say, what?
I mean, they're just 2 passions of mine. They were both things that I loved to do, so I pushed the limits as much as I could in both areas.
But pushing the limits in soccer soon meant changing her field full-time to pursue refereeing.
I was at a very high level in both areas and was really feeling the strain of not being able to put my best foot forward in one or the other.
Women have held the whistle in major men's sports for a while. Violet Palmer became the first woman to ref an NBA game a quarter-century ago. And earlier this year, Sarah Thomas made Super Bowl history. But Nesbitt says she didn't want to stand out.
I chose to wear my hair in a bun and not in a ponytail because I wanted to be seen as just the same as every other referee.
Though she admits that didn't always happen.
Have you ever faced sexism?
Yeah, of course. There have been everything from looks to comments made to me.
How has that felt?
It was difficult in the moment, of course, but it kind of also fuels your fire a little bit too.
Watch me.
Yeah, exactly.
See you at the World Cup in 2022.
I can honestly say I am living my dream, and this was the biggest dream come true for me, so honestly, I'm just enjoying it right now.
And at the World Cup, there are rules for the refs, too. Nesbitt isn't allowed to officiate any games in the group with Team USA, and she only finds out which games she's working a day or 2 in advance to avoid even the appearance of favoritism. Wow. Something we didn't get into in the piece too much is just how physically fit she has to be. She tells this great story of running along the sideline with a male player, and he's looking at her to see if she can keep up. She does.
And
Yes,
she
she
can,
can.
yeah.
I don't know if Kenton can. It's next to
is
him.
fast.
Kenton,
I was going to say,
on, yeah.
I was saying, Kitten did a
He was
good job,
sweating.
and clearly she's athletic.
Yeah. She's
Very well, and it's interesting for the World Cup. She has to pass the same physical assessment, physical test, as all the male referees, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, I love the combination, though, Nikki, of her two passions, chemistry and the World Cup. And it's so nice when you can say that she's living her dream, that her dream comes true.
Yeah, she's so inspiring, and she's worked so hard for this, and it's such a great representation of what women can do in a male-dominated world.
That's
So much pressure, man.
She's just a wonderful woman. Like,
I could tell.
She's incredible.
Yeah, awesome stuff.
Wearing it
Nikki. Thank
lightly.
you so much.